So we will continue our discussion on previous year questions in sociology. So let me share a question again from Weber. So in the last session also we discussed from Weber and we discussed Osterham. So here we will talk about Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism. So this is 2024 question, and what they're asking is describe the main idea of Max Weber's book Protestant Ethic and Spirit of Capitalism. Right, so you need to talk about, that's the theory part. Directly you need to mention the ideas which has been mentioned. I will tell you that Protestant Ethic and Spirit of Capitalism, and you also need to mention this as a critique to Marxism. So how Marx, see, in simple terms, how Marx see religion. Marx see religion as part of superstructure which is shaped by economic infrastructure, correct? So economic infrastructure, and that creates the superstructure. That means religion is part of superstructure which is created by the capitalism. What is its function? The function is basically to help in the survival of capitalism. So that is why Marx considered religion as the heart of heartless world, soul of soulless condition, and opium of masses. So for Marx, it is a capitalism created religion. Cool. Now the opposite is what for Weber. Weber says it is a religion and the religious ethics that created capitalism. So this is how the views are actually opposite. Marx says capitalism created religion because economic infrastructure creates superstructure. Religion is part of superstructure, and its role is to help in the functioning of economic infrastructure or the very capitalism itself. Right? Now, when it comes to Weber, it is the Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism. But here, when it comes to Weber, he not only deal with one cause for capitalism. That's what one of the most important methodology also you can say. He focus on causal pluralism, multiplicity of causes. Different religion is one of the cause, but there are cases where religious values will help you for the development of capitalism, but substance was not there. So Weber have multiple causes, and he explained that in terms of spirit and substance. So spirit is provided by the religion, Protestant ethic, but there are some countries where spirit is there, substance is not present, so capitalism did not emerge. Some countries, substance was there, but spirit is not there, so capitalism did not emerge. Right? For example, Jews, the spirit is there, but substance is not there. The Jews were scattered and historical issues were there. When it comes to India, spirit is not there, but substance is there. China, spirit is there, substance is not there. So all these need to be there. But the fundamental point is, yes, of course, we need to discuss a theoretical part. So you need to explain the central argument of Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism. That is the first part. And then you need to explain the role of Protestantism, particularly Calvinism. So here you need to mention his ideal type, that concept. You need to mention about comparative analysis. So methodological dimension, if you see, you have to bring in ideal types, because you have to explain the ideal types of Protestantism, ideal type of capitalism. Then comparative analysis. He is making a comparative analysis between this, and spirit and substance, right, in terms of causal pluralism or causal probabilism. So if you look from the perspective of methodology itself, you have to bring in ideal types, you have to bring in comparative analysis, you have to bring in causal pluralism or causal probabilism in terms of spirit and substance, and then theory, right? And you can draw the block diagram, how spirit acted as supporting capitalism, how substance also gave that chance for capitalism establishment. And then that is where you will talk about this theory. And then as a critique to Marxism means, Marx how considered development of religion. Capitalism led to the establishment of religion, or capitalism created religion. But for Weber, it is the otherwise, right? So talk about spirit of capitalism, talk about Protestantism or Calvinism, and make the comparative analysis. And you tell how Weber's explanation is different from that of Marx in terms of capitalism and religion, this opposite religion, or why Protestant ethic is actually considered as a critique to Marx. You need to mention. And then, of course, we need to have the major criticism other than Marx. Even though they have asked as a critique to Marx, you need to also write the criticisms faced by this theory. There are other criticisms also which we can mention. And you also need to conclude with a sociological significance of Weber contribution, and maybe the relevance of this theory of religion also we can mention. So what all areas need to be covered? Protestant ethic, the Calvinism part, the spirit of capitalism, the concept of ideal type we need to mention, Comparative analysis you need to mention, causal pluralism, causal probabilism, multiplicity of cause. Weber believed not in single cause, but multiple factors can contribute in terms of spirit and substance. You need to explain. And then, as a critique to Marxism, you need to explain. You also need to mention other criticism of Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism. Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism as a critique to Marxian theory, but at the same time, the criticism faced by Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism by using other thinkers we can mention, and then a balanced conclusion. Cool. So this is how, now my job is to explain this only to make you clear what you need to write. The rest of the things that is there in your notes, it's a straightforward, direct question. You have the understanding of Marx, you have the theory of Weber, you have the other criticisms also, you have the comparison also, and you have the relevance, you have the contribution, everything. Whether you attended my class or you attended any mentor's class, these are there in your notes. So that is what I have given here also. I can attach it in the PDF, I can give it to you. But anyway, it is there. So what can be the introduction? Let me give you an introduction also, and then I'll leave it to you completely. I'll also give you the conclusion, and then I'll go through this quickly. Okay. So you can say Max Weber's Theory of Protestant Ethic and Spirit of Capitalism, 1905, is one of the most influential work in sociology. Start like that, very simple one. And in this work, Weber attempted to explain the emergence of modern capitalism in Western Europe. And contrary, now bring in Marx also, as in the question. Contrary to Karl Marx, you just mentioned about Marx's view. Marx viewed economic structure as the primary cause of social change, but Weber argued that ideas, beliefs, and values can also shape economic behavior. So for Weber, it is the ideas, values, beliefs, etc. created capitalism, right? Religious beliefs, ideas, the meanings people generated, that created capitalism. But for Weber, it is capitalism which created religion. That is, the economic infrastructure shapes superstructure. Religion is part of superstructure. So in your own terms, your own words, you can mention that. And the book therefore represents a major challenge to Marxist economic determinism. So you are directly going into the question. Now you can talk about this. This is very straightforward. The main idea of Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism, the critique of economic determinism. Just write this. Okay, you have this in your notes. Weber did not directly link the idea, system of the Protestant ethic to the structure of the capitalist system. Instead, he linked Protestant ethics to another system of ideas known as spirit of capitalism. Weber challenged Marx's view that economic structures alone determine social and cultural life. So Marx says it is the economic structure which decides everything. But according to Weber, ideas can also become independent, course for the history. So simple terms, in this theory of religion, for Weber, religion led to the establishment of capitalism, or the meanings generated by the people through their religious beliefs, that led to the establishment of capitalism, like all this hard work, investment, savings, and all those. Consider workers' mission and notion of calling and everything. But for Marx, it is the opposite. Capitalism created religion, and religion is opium of masses. Then you talk about these Protestantism and capitalist development. Okay, so Weber traced the impact of ascetic Protestantism, especially Calvinism, on the rise of spirit of capitalism. Protestant values encouraged what are the values? Like discipline, methodical and rational conduct in everyday life. Religious beliefs also influence economic behavior and occupational choices. And you can, give evidence from mixed religious societies. And he found that business leaders, owners of capital, all the commercially trained personnel, there's a statement which I've given directly, they are mostly the Protestants. So there is a connection between Protestantism and capitalism. So Protestantism as a significant cause he is trying to establish, but at the same time he believes in causal pluralism, causal probabilism. So substance and spirit he is bringing in. So spirit from religion, substance the economic factors. Economic factors are also important. Otherwise, capitalism won't develop. But that's part of substance. Okay, but Protestantism is a significant factor in producing occupational discipline and everything. Other religions, particularly Roman Catholicism, failed to generate similar motivational system that pushed the individual into such vocations. Now, spirit of capitalism, you can mention these. In fact, you can say these are ideal types of capitalism. Similarly, ideal type of Protestantism. So hard work, discipline, rationality, economic success, continuous profit seeking, and all those. And the moral foundation of capitalism, right? All these And you see how they establish the cause and effect relation or comparative analysis is done. We have seen that block diagram also. You can draw the block diagram, right? Doctrine of predestination that led to the fear and anxiety among the minds of people, and people are chosen by God to enter into heaven, that create that insecurity, and they treat success in this world as a indication of being chosen by God to enter into heaven. So they work hard, and that gave that motivation, that acted as a spirit. And then savings, reinvestment, all these acted as a spirit also, that again acted as a spirit. And then the economic factors that are acted as a substance. So you can draw block diagrams, all these. On one side, spirit, savings, reinvestment, that also acted as spirit, and then the economic factors, new factory system, new accounting techniques, and all those that acted as a substance, and then that led to the emergence of capitalism. In a simple block diagram, you can establish that. Sociology of reification, right? You can mention that. Protestant ethic as a spirit of capitalism, critique of Marxism. So Marx understanding, Weber's understanding. Very clearly, we have discussed, you can go through that. So for Marx, economic determines ideas, religion belongs to superstructure, capitalism creates ideology, material conditions are the primary drivers of social change. For Weber, ideas can influence economic structure, religion can become an independent causal force, which we explained. Protestant ethics help to create the spirit of capitalism. Social change results from interaction between culture, religion, and economy. Therefore, Weber rejected economic determinism. Weber proposed multi-dimensional explanation of social change. Weber demonstrated that ideas can shape material reality. Now, the criticisms, all these have been given to you directly, straightforward. These are straightforward criticism. You just need 2-3 of those. Benjamin Franklin problem, you can mention Tony Dixon and McLuhan, and then H.M. Robertson, you can mention. Right? All these I have given. Tawny, which is something which you can mention. Marxist criticism also you can mention, though we have already discussed about that. So this is how your answer should look like for a 20 marker. And what should be your conclusion? In conclusion, you can tell that the Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism remains one of the most influential sociological explanation of modern capitalism. Marx emphasized economic infrastructure and material factors, but Weber highlighted the role of ideas, culture, religion in shaping social change. So by demonstrating that beliefs can influence economic life, Weber actually broadened the sociological understanding of modernity and provided a powerful critique to Marxist economic determinism. But in between, I think I've already mentioned, but when I explained this, I just missed it. You talk about why capitalism did not arise in China, because the spirit was absent. The Confucius religion that do not promote the growth of capitalism, but the substance was present. But both are required. In India, otherworldly, beliefs and everything, right? So not this worldly asceticism like Protestant ethics, it's otherworldly. So, in India also, the substance was present in terms of very well developed economy, population, demand, growth, everything. But what is missing? Spirit was missing. So the karma, dharma, punarjanma, those beliefs. Okay. And Jews, if you see, the spirit was present, but historical factors that scattered the Jews and the substance was missing. So he made historical comparative analysis with other religions and other countries also, and proved why capitalism did not arise in those countries. There are some countries where spirit was there, but substance was absent. There are some situations where substance was there, but spirit was absent. So in China and India, if you see, spirit is absent, but substance is present. Jews, the spirit is there, but spirit is there for Jews, but the substance was absent. India and China, substance is there in terms of very well developed economy and everything, but spirit is not there. Religion do not promote capitalism. But in Protestants, among Protestants, spirit is there, substance is also there. Well developed economy, factory system, accounting techniques, and all those which came at that point of time. So that is what multi-causal analysis or causal pluralism or causal probabilism, right? So all these methodologies also need to be there. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. If you're looking for any course, classes, or test series or mentorship for sociology, get in touch with us. Almost all the toppers from India belong to us. So you can watch those testimonials and everything, and you can join us. See you there.